to crack. I mean, really, a horrible thing. Yeah. And I have to tell you something. I know you might think this sounds weird, but I read Hunter Biden's book as well, and you guys have a lot in common.
Yeah. These machines, they were hacked, and we have to do something in our country.
I believe that you are sincere. I also think there's something going on from the crack or something that has, whatever.
What made me do this is just like when I met Donald Trump on August 15, 2016. I didn't know anything about politics, but I met this man. When I went out, talked to his employees, I got there, wow, this guy could be the greatest president ever. I talked to his employees, and every one of them said the same thing. I went back to Minnesota, and I said, I did a press release to the press. I was the media's darling. And all of them go, I do this press release. I said, I met him. Didn't even tell him what we talked about. And I was attacked like you've never seen. And I'm going, they called me a racist. They called me everything you could imagine. I'm going, wow, what did I do? I just said I met this guy. Now, if I didn't have this evidence, Jimmy, it'd be different. But I have it. It's real. So people can say, oh, you're an ex-crack addict, so your brain's not right. Well, you know what? They can say all they want. It's going to come out. I keep putting the evidence out. It's going to come out. Maricopa County, they're trying to stop as we speak today.
I know, that's a ridiculous operation going on there.
All we need is to look at the machines. If there's nothing to hide, why won't they let the American people look at them?
Well, it's not the American people. It's some company from Florida that has a guy who's spread conspiracy theories in the past. It's not an unbiased company that's evaluating
Why isn't Dominion?
This.
If I was Dominion, I would have said right in the beginning when this evidence came out on January 9th to me, said, hey, just look at everybody, and then let's look at it. These are
federal government, these guys, which at the time was run by people who were appointed by the Trump administration.
We pay for all these machines.
They say it is the most secure election we've ever had.
No, he said that. The same guy, the same guy, that was Chris Krebs. That was Chris Krebs that said that. Do you know 3 weeks ago, Chris Krebs and Adam Schiff were on Morning Joe, and they asked him, what's the biggest threat to our country right now? And they said, a China attack, cyber attacks from China, right down to local races. Chris Krebs said that. He didn't know about this.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with this.
When he said it was a secure election, he did not have this on January 9th. This was after this.
There's you're at the White House, and let's zoom in on see, and this is, a lot has been made of this. It said martial law if necessary on the documents that you had. You say those were not your papers.
No, they weren't. I had 4 papers of the evidence, and then there's these lawyers, there's a whole team of lawyers, like 20, 30 lawyers. They had given me 2 pieces of paper and said, if you get a meeting, go ahead and can deliver this.
Had you read that?
No, I had not even read it.
So you were like their paper mule.
I'm just a delivery. I'm bringing this, and then I said to him, here, and this came from a lawyer, and there was Robert O'Brien, this national security advisor, a couple other people, and he read the first line after we had talked about the evidence. He said, bring these upstairs and see.
Did you discuss martial law with the president? No,
absolutely not.
You were there for what reason specifically?
To bring him the evidence from January 9th about the machines and this attack by China on our country through the.
And then what did he do, and what did his people do with this evidence? Because it seems like that's something he'd be very interested in.
They took me. I said, here, and these are from a couple lawyers, but I showed him this. I said, these are things that cyber attacks, longitude, latitude, machines, and attack by China.
Do you really understand this stuff?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, what does do you know what an IP address is?
Yeah. IP, and then we have the IDs of the community. Now
what does IP stand for? Do you know?
Where the I don't know what it stands for.
See, I think that you should know what IP stands for if you have evidence.
It's where the computers are at, wherever the IP address is of the computers. I mean,
so you're not an expert when it comes to this stuff.
I don't have to be. I'm not an expert on it. I don't have to be an expert. I know that they know when I talk to the guy that validated it.
Do you have a Hotmail address? Be honest, Mike.
No, I do not.